literally big 3 to 5 foot right now.
This is the guy that's the historian. Yeah. He writes about the first black beach club.
You know what? It was 1926, right down here. It's called the Pacific Beach Club, and it was an all-black beach club. KKK burned it down a week before it's ran over.
Yeah. You're fucking kidding.
No, I'm not joking. During the oil boom of Huntington Beach in the 20s, a lot of KKK moved into Huntington Beach, and as you saw in the last week, they're still here.
Yeah.
All right, your unfortunate morning breakdown. Apparently there's a huge KKK presence, and there's a protest at noon right on Main Street at the pier, and we've been getting crazy threats, so they postponed this, but a boatload of people already showed up, so we're paddling out anyways, and we're keeping this thing 100% in the name of love. Most unbelievably crucial knee drop in history right now. Boy. Have not paddled out in Huntington for so long. Still remains the gnarliest paddle out ever. Good dog. How are we, bro? You too, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild day for this. I didn't think we were gonna come out.
That's what we're saying. It's like proper crazy 4 foot. Oh, here we go. That was so legit. I've never felt something like that before. All right, guys. So we just had the most amazing, peaceful paddle out for George Floyd at the Huntington Beach Pier this morning, and it was incredible. It got postponed because apparently there's been insane threats to the protesters in Huntington Beach. I didn't realize that Huntington in this area is like the foundation of white supremacy and KKK in this area, and there's like a lot of history that goes back about all this stuff. I don't know any of it. I'm learning all of it today because everybody's saying don't go, or if you do go, you got to be so careful. We were just down there, and I'm not trying to be prejudiced. I'm not trying to judge somebody off of things that I don't know, but we just spent like the past hour on Twitter and Instagram and following these hashtags and watching stuff live, and it's insane. There have been people that have been breaking into these protests, that have been smashing people. There has been like literally good versus evil face to face. The last protest 5 days ago here in Huntington got insane. It got violent. And my message today that I want to spread about this whole entire thing is how insane of a split there is between peaceful protesting and then anything else. What we're trying to do and what we're trying to promote and what this whole message behind all of this is by being peaceful and not starting problems, not fighting with people, and just trying to find that love and that humane feeling inside where we can all be connected. And I would not feel complete if I did not put 10 minutes in. So I'm gearing up fully, head to toe, long sleeves, pants, boots, everything that you can see, like I explained in the last couple videos about what you should do if you protest. I'm bringing nothing. I'm leaving my car here. I'm going with D-Dub, who has nothing in his car. I have a friend, and we have to witness this with our own eyes, and I will not be able to sleep tonight if I do not at least take a small stand and get a little peripheral or an idea of what's actually going on here. You ready for this, D-Dub?
Yes, sir.
What do you got to say? What are you thinking?
I say that I've contemplated going down there all morning, and I just can't not at least go support. Been watching homie's live feed, and he is giving the best message. He's not there to argue. He is just pushing everybody to educate, and he's not trying to get in it with anybody. They're screaming at him. They're trying to get him to go off, and he's not. He's just staying calm, and that's what this is all about right now.
And that's what we're about to do. Here we go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do live here, thank you.
Are you kidding me, bro? That was the craziest thing I've heard. This is the first time in my life I've actually witnessed racism like blatantly balled up out in the open like this. Never in my life, bro. I've already learned so much from the past 2 minutes.
And commit 50% of the crime. Talk about that, sir. You are 50% of the population and commit 50% of the crime. 1350. Look it up. 1350. Look it up. Look around. Look around to everybody who's here. The Patriots. Look around to everybody who's here with you, right? HB matters. Don't turn it towards them. Turn it towards our people. We ain't talking to you. HB matters. 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 All cities matter. 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 And look, we here together. We here together. They trying to speak over each other. I ain't got to speak over nobody. I'm talking to y'all as my people. people than y'all are. They're just a little confused. So we'll sit here and we'll educate. Okay? So you look at these people, right? They wave American flags. They parade around and they hide behind their own rhetoric. And that's the problem in this country. And make sure that we keep it peaceful. You guys don't simply not engage this.
Thank you everyone for being here, because this is bigger than ourselves. It's bigger than each individual here. We are a part of a movement. We are here to change the world. There are protests happening across the world, not just here in Huntington Beach, but across the world, for social, economical justice for all.
They were wanting to read stories to the slave owners' children. They would say, "Can you read to me, Mama?" And she says, "I can't read, baby. I don't know how to read." What was happening? They were taking these small steps. They started plotting their escape. They would sing songs like, "The trumpet sounds is in my soul. I ain't got long to stay." And what you know is modern day jazz started off as call and response. If we can't come here and change the hearts, and we can't come here and change the minds, well, be golly, we're going to change the policy. You know what I'm saying? I quit my job for this. You know that? I quit my job. I can't sit here and ignore my gift. I have a gift for speaking to people, and I know that. And I said I gotta use my gift. Because I have to be out here with my people. Because this is my job. You understand? Because I'm looking at all of you people who didn't know half of these things. And now I'm teaching you something. Because if not me, then who? And you gotta have that same mentality when you see injustice done around you. If not you, then who? If not you, then who? If not you, then who? Because we gotta stand together, we gotta speak together, we gotta fight together. We have one fight here. And that's a fight for the human race. If we're gonna be equal, if we're gonna be free, we all gotta be free. We only move as fast as our slowest member in society. And I see a whole bunch of slow members across the street. And we gotta catch them up. But for right now, to get our justice, to get that peace, right now we need a few pieces of paper. We need people who are committed to sign the papers. And y'all know it's people that get paid way too much to sign papers. So if we're gonna pay them all the damn money to sign paper, let's make sure they signing up with things that align with the human race. Y'all want to do another USA chant? I think they forgot it. You ready? USA! 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 USA!
Alright, here it is. This is getting too insane for your boys. We've been there for at least an hour and a half, and most peaceful thing I've ever been a part of. Also the first time in my life I've ever witnessed an actual line of segregation. There was hundreds of police, different Army, National Guard, I don't know the names of them, but dividing a row of people screaming everything from Trump to American flags to all lives matter to this is our country, to get the hell out of here, and just trying to literally provoke violence and stir people up. And the other side was people not even paying attention to it, ignoring it, not even screaming, just dropping knowledge. Honestly, that's what these things are for, is for spreading information to people. Every time I go to one of these, I learn more about things that I've never even knew existed every single day. And there was one small little outbreak in the middle where you couldn't even tell what was going on, but apparently you said you knew more than I did.
Yeah, I was right there. So basically a few Black Lives Matter supporters showed up a little bit late. They did what we did, which was not necessarily the smart move, where they walked through the backside of the white supremacists, which that is what I'm calling them, because that's what I believe they are.
The fact that I've never even experienced anything like this in my life.
Yeah. So they walked through the back, had to go through the crowd to get to our crowd, and they were chanting Black Lives Matter with their signs, and some of the white supremacists started splashing water on them, and the cops, everyone was telling them to stop real quick, and it escalated real fast. And then one of the white supremacists came from behind and just cheap shot it as hard as he could, and the dude was huge who threw the punch, sucker punched this dude from the side, from behind, from the side, and then all hell just broke loose. The National Guard, the cops all get in, started grabbing people, punching people.
And meanwhile, as soon as that happened, the dude that was in charge of the Black Lives Matter told everybody, don't move, don't do anything, don't stand up, don't cheer, sit down. This is peaceful. And that's exactly what we did, and it got squashed so quickly. But after another 45 minutes, we realized that they were about to shut it down. And we've been hearing the past couple days, when people leave is when there will be these people like kind of following people back to their cars and either attacking them or hitting them with stuff or just calling them names and just trying to antagonize fights.
They were trying to antagonize us on the way in.
Yeah, so yeah, literally. And so we just decided we were gonna take off like 10 minutes before it was actually over. And as we're walking away, we see it's literally almost 100 horse cops, I would call them, and dozens more, hundreds more of every type of police officer that you could think of coming in with not only the cuffs strapped around themselves, but paintball guns and these giant rubber bullets that you never realized how gnarly they were until you see them in real life. And
tear gas masks,
everything, yeah.
Tear gas.
So, I mean, we're almost back to the car now. We haven't had anything, but I could not imagine how crazy it gets when that ends and then everybody has to split up in the two groups of people. I just can't fathom how one group is just promoting love and connectivity and equality for all. And all of the things that we're trying to have accomplish is going to benefit everybody. So every single life will benefit from the rules that they're trying to put in effect to make sure that Black lives are being treated better. I just highly suggest that everybody at least goes out to one of these, maybe not the most gnarly one like we went to, but the knowledge that you learn and just the emotion that you actually connect with what's really going on when you're there is undescribable. And I'm just so happy that we've partaken in a couple of these things, and so much love to the people in charge. I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be on the front line of that.
One of my little takeaways is that you would only see a Black Lives Matter supporter walking through a white supremacist group and get fucked with. You would never see one of them, white supremacists, come through our side chanting. We would just let them talk. That's what our whole message is. Let them talk. Let them be the ones that are angry. Let them be the ones to fight amongst themselves and yell. We're going to be over here educating. You want to walk through our line? Go ahead. That would only happen on one side of that line.
Yeah, careful walking through. You're going to end up smarter when you leave. All right. Thankfully for us, our day goes on.